I'm putting the camera on. No, 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 no. We're not stopping it. We're starting it. I have just gotten back from all of my errands, and we are now going to try and attempt to finish the Thieves Guild last missions in order to become its official leader, guildmaster. In order to do so, though, we had a bit of an issue starting last video, or towards the end of last video, which could have altered how long it takes us to get to that last mission, but we would not have had the ability to get the other special missions done if we had any sort of trouble. We paid to get back into the guild. We took care of all these, as you can see.
Alfred's more important. Success. If you don't watch out, you might. Erica, best of all. Success.
Each time we get on and we have to talk to him until we finish all of these missions, including the Markarth special mission, which should be coming up any time now, would be the reason why we haven't finished and become the guildmaster is because we've been literally, each time we get on, it's okay, we're waiting for him to offer it.
All the fishing, if break-ins avoid most of the estate, your job.
We're waiting until they offer us the special mission.
Off you go.
And it should come up, like I said, and I've been saying, any time. Normally, we don't have to make 1,001 trips to and from Solitude or Whiterun or any of that in order to get, wind of the fact that we're actively looking for new tasks to do. But apparently, as it sits, we have been waiting for a Markarth special mission for the last full merchant to move back into the guild and to be called the guildmaster. In order to become the guildmaster, we have to return the Thieves Guild to its former glory. That includes all of the merchants. Have to do all the special secrets and so on. Special missions, that is when I say secrets. Now there's only one of 2 mission places you can get special missions from. There is Delvin and there's Vex. But Delvin, like I've said in my previous video, is the only one who gets these special requests. And yes, there was a time when I would fanatically, or fanatically as one could say, try to straight up wander through all of Vex's missions, doing them one at a time, tediously, in order to get them done and to see if she had any sort of special mission. And she don't. The only special mission she offers that I'm aware of is the Baronzaya stones and the crown. The only way to get all, or even hear of the crown, is we have to collect all 24 of the stones of Baronzaya, which each one is identifiable and can easily be accessed from doing the Thieves Guild missions. A lot of places also amongst other areas in Skyrim. Some caves, some places like the exit to the Celtmorea embassy had one. There were almost every viable player home in the holds, like Solitude, Windhelm, Markarth, should all have one of the many stones of Baronzaya in them. However, once we collect all 24 of them, we will have the ability to turn them into Vex, who will then send us after the crown of Baronzaya, which is in a cave not far close to the border of Cyrodiil, down past Grifton somewhere. However, the downside is we have to get all 24. takes an endlessly long time. If you are not actively hunting them down, you will never find them. That is almost a guarantee. Some are early game, some are late, some are even beyond the end of the normal story mode, and so on.
Something troubling.
I'm a little upset that we
here's the
can't do the
spoils.
vampire
Bloody
quests
more
in
where
the
this
game,
came from.
but
Bloody
like I
good
said,
timing. Just got some more clients.
I can do that on another character later on, or I can go to the ones that we've already had it done in. But, I mean, really, in the grand scheme of things, I am upset that I couldn't get them done in this game because I'm streaming this one. And because it glitched, a lot like the assassination of the Emperor glitched. I was a little upset about that too. But that's what we get for doing a Skyrim deity run. We will never be able to have this character finish them. They just won't be able to because they're not registered as being one or the other for the Dawn Guard. They're not human, they're not the werewolf, they're not a vampire. Well, they technically are a vampire, but they're not. They don't see us as having become a vampire. They see us as the deity race of the High Elves, which is considered mortal. Well, it's technically immortal, but you get the idea.
May the gods watch over your battle, friend.
So our current task is to go up to the Castle Fletcher here, all the way over here, and change his books. We've done this, I can't tell how many times right now, but we've done it enough to really just be like in, out, gone. The door is still even wide open from it. I'm really kind of intrigued at why we haven't been able to finally finish the last of the Thieves Guild special missions. But until they offer it to us, we're kind of stuck doing whatever we can. But as it sits currently, I'm trying to get this done before we switch over to Civilization for a while. I've been trying my best to finish up Skyrim as best as we can. And with what little there is left to stream and show on screen, I'm just thinking of putting a complete hold on Skyrim for a later time.
Nicely done. Here's your share. Great. What do you want to do? Alright, got a simple one. Just get in. Finally. Someone with backbone.
Just until we can actually get caught up to where we are now with another character and finish. We've done that one a number of times in our last video. But I want to catch up another character to where we're at with this character right now, in order to be able to do those special vampire missions or Dawn Guard missions, whatever we choose to do. However, the downside is that's going to take an even longer time. And it's sad that, like I said, I'm upset that this character can't become a full-fledged vampire because they are a deity base. That is the downside. Now, I can also tell you that any of the modded additional races, if it's not a base game race, it's going to have problems with those missions. So that includes the Nazgul that we used to play as, we used to have the Siren, we used to have a demon character, and so on. The High Elf race deity as we are now, and all those kinds of sub or alternate classes are officially going to be having issues and not work properly with the assassination of the Emperor, the vampire classes, or the werewolf classes. The werewolf classes kind of work a little bit, but as you can see, the vampire class didn't work. And because we chose to become a vampire, but it didn't finish that part, it didn't allow us to be the vampire, it didn't work with a Dawn Guard either. It just basically made them a neutral faction, all on their own.
Did you want something?
Ah, you're back. And here's the spoils. Plenty more where this came from. Great. What you want to do? Have a client looking to have a rival's business
Giving
ledger.
us the missions.
Keep this up, and you'll be rich enough to retire before you know it. Good luck.
You know what? I'm gonna take an extra job over here from Vex.
I handle the burglary shit. If you don't like that kind of work, talk to Delvin. He runs the more up close and personal. Pretty simple. Break into a house, grab a specific item, and get out before they realize what's going on. The catch is you can't kill anyone who lives there, or you forfeit the payment. You ready for some good old-fashioned burglary? Here, just don't make me look like an ass in front of the guild and mess it up.
Well, at least we're going to Windhelm either way. I'm doing that just to hopefully bump it up a little bit more. It's my hope that by doing these missions, we actually can finally push it to give us that last marker of special mission. It's kind of where her jobs come in play. For Vex, that is. It's kind of like the in-between area. Sometimes it takes doing one for every dozen of Delvin missions to do a Vex mission, and it helps push out one of those special missions for Delvin. But, at the same time, it may not actually. It might just be a little extra coin in the character's pocket that we do. It may just be, you know, just something extra that we do on the same note. All we have to do is grab a specific item in here, and that's this one. Then we have a ledger to change in this area as well. There's our item. That's no straw. There we go. The jeweled goblet, which we have to take care of and give to Vex. And now we're going to find the other location we have to go to. Ah, right. I kind of forgot where we were going for Delvin's. We've been there before, though. Sadly's used wares. Right there at the corner. Oof.
You like living in this filthy...
So, we've done this before in here. We've come in here, he's been asleep before in our last video, and boom. Problem solved. Now we go back with 2 completed missions instead of 1. Sorry, I was trying to find myself in the camera for a minute there. The menu strat quickly brings us back to where we need to go to turn in the missions when we're away from Riften. But like I said before in my last video, I do not like using it in Riften. Mainly because it's just faster and easier to run around the city of Riften to get back to where we need to go. And it's taken a very long time to do anything for the Thieves Guild. A very long time. Last video I literally put like 20 missions in a row waiting for that last frickin' special mission to show up, and it still hasn't. But with all that said and done, let's just keep going. Yours first.
Steal anything? Fine. I guess you'll need your coin then. Don't give up now. There's plenty of loot out there. Just
I can pat you on the back all day, but coin's coin, right? Alright. Anything in particular strike your fancy?
Give me something
Sometimes
other
we just
than
like to remind the city that we mean business, so we hit 'em hard. Just steal whatever we can until we made it simple, right? Steal from anywhere in the hold. Nice. Yeah, this is what you need to know.
Somewhere that we can actually deal with. Whiterun. We can manage Whiterun. And we cannot manage the armory or the Dwarven City like we've seen in the last video there. The reason that is a problem is the armory does not exist. And the Dwarven City is just a big old buggy glitch mess. And yes, I have been to that place, the Dwarven City it speaks of. Let's see if we can't show it on screen. It's a place we get to just build our own Dwarven City at, but apparently I don't see it on my screen because yet it's over here somewhere in this area. It's one of a dozen places over there for that. I'll get there eventually. It just isn't worth going to because it never changes or actually functions properly. So I was like, why would I bother going there? I know it doesn't work. I've tried many times and it just doesn't function. I mean, some of it actually functions right, but the rest of it's just like meh. We can get certain items from it, we can literally just be like, oh hey, this is ours, you know. And it just gives us additional dwarven materials. So, we have to steal 500 gold worth of valued items from Whiterun, where we're at. I'm looking for the quickest and easiest place to go to do this. 9 times out of 10. Don't know who this is, but we're going in here anyway. Still counts as Whiterun. Never been in this house before anyway, so it's got a kind of a curiosity for me. There's 27 gold. And just scooting through, picking little things at a time. We gotta steal a total of 500. And 27's a small bit of it, but not much. So we just basically pickpocketed them of 25 gold from just their house. Here we can make a big old dent in that, though. Knowing that because they've got a lot of wealth in here, there should also be a Stone of Baranziah hiding somewhere in this house. Last I knew. Where exactly that stone is, I have no idea. It's a small bit. It's not a lot, but it's something. We do not want to try to pickpocket anything in our way. Can't scoot by him either. So I'm officially going to do a hopefully helpful issue for us. We've got another invisibility potion, which I don't think we do, but we might. We'll try to use one and hopefully it keeps... No, we don't. So, Ulfrid there was the one we got the special mission for this area. We don't really want to kind of pick a fight with these guys. We just want to make a dent in our current objective, which is to pocket all the valuables we can get. But yeah, the Stone of Baranziah, last I checked, was up there in that room past Ulfrid that we couldn't get by him to get to. Occasionally it could be here. We're gonna need that too. So we might as well grab that while we're here now. Because yes, as you may think, I think we've stolen enough. We'll have to come back at some point for the Stone of Baranziah later. But being that we now have the Imperial Massive, we can officially do and claim to have half of what we need for the secret Stormcloak mission here in town. Some of you might think that there's no such thing, but there is. So, the one lady, Yorlin's wife, who is quote-unquote in mourning when we talk to him, is running a stall 9 times out of 10 in the market. She tells us about doing a mission to bring her son, who's been captured and supposedly dead, as what you want to call it. He's been captured by the Celtmorea. This is true, but she doesn't have any consequential proof that anyone really has documented evidence of this. She believes the Battleborns go by to taunt her like they have something Which, the Imperial Massive was exactly what they had for evidence that her son is still alive, but yet no one could quite figure out what happened to him. So, it looks like it's not quite functioning the right way. We're in Whiterun, we're stealing goods from in Whiterun. I was hoping to do both of those at this moment in time, is to try and find as many items as we can get in order for it to count towards our goal, but our goal doesn't seem to be changing at all. So maybe we have to be in the area of Whiterun for it to actually count anything that we take. This is kind of difficult to do. Little difficult. There's gotta be some things enough to make that happen. So, we have now stolen plenty of stuff to return to Delvin. But, like I said, I'm going to do the secret Stormcloak mission here in Whiterun. With the Imperial Massive that we just took from the Battleborn's house... Whoa, whoa.
It's a fine day with you around.
All I can think about is my son.
This is it, right here.
They say that he was killed, but I know better. I know my son is alive. Those Battleborn, they're in with the Imperials. They know it too, and yet they lie to my very face. It's not wise to discuss it here. Please, if you truly wish to help, meet me at my home. I'll tell you the whole story.
So, we're going to meet her at her home, which is not far away. We just found the first door to it, but she's going to come in this door. The reason we're doing this mission here is for one of a few reasons.
Welcome to our home.
Mother, what's the meaning of this? Who have you brought into our home?
Avrelstein, put that down. She's here to help us find Thorold.
How do we know she's not spying for the Battleborn? This was foolish. We can't trust anyone. Who knows what they'll do if they find me here.
I can't take any more of this. No weapons, please. Let's just talk.
All right, Mother. So, you're here to help? I know that Thorold's not dead. I just know it. The Imperials have him and are keeping him somewhere, but I don't know where. Those damned Battleborns, they know something. They're hiding it. They practically taunt us with it. They must have some sort of proof. There's gotta be something in that house of theirs. I just know it. I don't dare leave the house myself. so I need your help. I knew it. Let me see, please. The Celtmorea. By the 9, it's worse than I thought. So, North Watch Keep. Then we know where to hit him. I'll do anything if it means saving my brother. You'll join us, won't you? Thorald can't be left to those monsters. What? You, alone, reasoning with the Celtmorea? That's madness, friend. You're serious, aren't you? Very well. I'll give you a chance. But if you can't do it, I will.
So, our way of doing it, we're going to not do it without bloodshed, but we're going to amass a way of getting there without him being there. The reason we don't want him there is because he can easily get killed. Northwatch Keep is up the hill from where we just took Serana to the Volkihar Keep there. Downside is, as it sits right now, anytime they could come out and start attacking us from anywhere. Both sides, Dawn Guard and the vampires at this rate. That's the downside of this.
Halt! Are you joking? Even if we had a prisoner by that name, the only way he'd be released is by order of the Imperial Legion. Now I suggest you turn around and go back the way you came. Until next time.
That's what I think of your nonsense. Yes, all of this counts towards helping our sneak improve, too. Because now we're stealthily crouching around.
What was that?
Ooh, how did we miss that one?
What was that? Ah!
Steal their clothes! It's all worth something somewhere. This also brings down a lot of the extra forces that the Imperials could use if we ever get the war area finished. Because if we don't, these extra forces will run right through at us in the final fight there for Solitude. And then it's kind of like a duplication situation where these exact same forces would show up during the fight, and then we'd still have to clear this place out later, kind of deal. And it's a really weird scenario. And I have tested that as a theory, which, truth be told, it does turn out to be true. Especially the prison keeper there, the one who's actually going to be the oh well, basically the one in control of the place, who is torturing Thorl. I have literally come across him during the final fight in Solitude once upon a time. I recognize that one because I pulled a couple items off of him in the final fight after his situational fight with us, because we killed him during the invasion on Solitude. And that's when I discovered this mission after about my 14th run of the game. I found this mission was connected to it by means of the wizard I had looted during the final fight actually ended up appearing here torturing Thorl naked, which was a strange incident, but it was kind of interesting.
Over here. Never should have come here.
This is an extra bit of information there.
Oh, God, damn you!
Your spell cannot deflect arrows. Just one extra for the kill. Yes, that wizard right here, the interrogator. I have killed him before during the last mission. Thorl's still alive over there, but we're going to kill all of the remaining guards.
Leave me alone.
So I'm going to let the guards be distracted by these individuals.
Leave me alone.
What are you looking at?
Well, that sucks to be them, that they're just standing there when they could be leaving at this point in time.
You there. I never thought I'd see another friendly face again. We need to get to safety as soon as possible. Let's move.
So, we have freed Thorl. There to be more.
I cannot thank you enough for rescuing me from this place. I suspect I'd never again see the light of day otherwise. But why would you risk your life for me, a stranger? Of course, I should have known. This was all Avelstein's idea, wasn't it? Where is he? A wise decision, but I fear he may not be safe there anymore. They'll go looking for me,
and Whiterun will be the first place they search. I cannot stay. Not here. Not in Whiterun. It likely won't be safe for Avelstein either. Our best hope now is to fall in with the ranks of the Stormcloaks. But would you do me a favor? Tell my mother to suffer the winter's cold wind, for it bears aloft next summer's seeds. She'll know what it means. I thank you again, friend. You've given me my life back.
Alright, so with that done, we can now return to Whiterun, tell the lady her son is alive, and the problem is solved. Then we head back to Delvin.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do? Please tell me you have news. Is he? You've saved him? I must see him at once. What? After all this, I can't even see him? How do I know you're telling me the truth and not just what I want to hear? For it bears aloft next summer's seeds. That's my boy. So it's true then. For now it's enough to know that he's alive. I can find peace in that. Thank you, dear friend. You've given me back my son. I'd had Eorlund forge this for Thorald. It was to be a present for his return. I suppose he can't have it now. Why don't you take it? We can always make another for the day when this war ends and Thorald can come home. You take care of yourself now.
From what I hear, you're the one who gave the Celtmorea a black eye. You sure know how to pick your enemies, don't you?
So that is where the terms come from for giving the Celtmorea a black eye, was to assault Mistwatch Keep and rescue Thorol from their grasp. That's what the guard was just referring to. Hey, there's our mud crab.
You're home. Let's play a game. Aww. Breathe is... Wow. This is great. Wow, thanks.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, we have, like I said, to go back and turn the mission into Delvin. And we might as well do a couple of other things while we're at it. checking the charge on my controller. Alright, now we turn that job into Delvin. Maybe we'll eventually get to the mission to finish the Thieves Guild, but I'm not keeping my hopes up at this point. It should be eventually. Eyelashes.
Something, Trump. If you don't watch it, I may actually start to respect you. Job well done. Bloody good timing. Alright, got a simple one. Just get in, change the books, and be back in time for last call. So, how's about it? Finally, someone with backbone. Here you go.
Alright, so... eventually we'll get there. I think... Okay. So, objective is this way.
Working in Windhelm is great. I get to see Ulfric up close.
Here. Upstairs.
Good day. I'll never have Master Nurelian's skill with potions. I'll carry on his tradition as best I can. I could spend a lifetime just going over his notes. Ah, so you're an alchemist then. Now there is a way that I can get into the Soul Cairn, which is the end of the Vampire DLC, without having to do the rest of it. But really, the point of that is, really just kind of pointless at this point.
And yes, that would mean I'd have to use the glitch central. Can't seem to talk now. But, the glitch area of the game, the Void Armory. See when we get the Thieves Guild final mission. Hopefully soon, because I mean, all honesty, I'm getting tired of coming back and forth from this place. I already have the item in question for it, but I mean, it's just a matter of waiting for them to give me that mission.
So,
looks like he's got his face down in the meat right there.
Well done. Bad time. Brynjolf's been getting on them. These marks keep their ledgers all neat and tidy. Here's everything you need. You get caught, but we've never heard of you.
They like to pick on a dead man now, apparently, again. Guy's been dead this whole run so far, since we took over the leadership of the companions. As I've said a dozen times, why do they keep picking on a dead man? I mean, sure, it's, you know, easy pickings for him, but I mean, still. Maybe they're ghost whisperers and can talk to the dead. Maybe. Doubtful, but maybe. Nothing changes at this point in here. It's all useless stuff. Notice how we can just take it and it's not considered stealing it? There's a reason for that. Not considered littering if no one's alive in there to bother with it. But apparently someone is still doing business there, so the Thieves Guild continue to use that, I guess. Whatever. Like I said, maybe they're ghost whisperers, but I doubt that greatly.
Pull up a... Ooh, nicely done. Here's your share. Bloody good timing. Just got some more... This business is a wreck. Nice. Yeah, this is what you need to know.
Oh, this one's simple. We've done it many times already. It's right here in Riften.
Something I can help with, or do you just want...
You're in my way, get out of my way.
Hey, good to see you.
Get out of my way. I'm not even going to select it out of our missions because I already know where it's at. So, there's a bunch of thieves running around again up there.
What happened?
Yes, we are a vampire, but that has nothing to do with your conflict. Just like that. Oh yes, you saw that right. You walk on water. Literally. And as you can probably see by the depth of that ladder, it is pretty deep water we're walking on top of. And that's how. We've got Alcidel's boots of water walking.
Beautiful baubles, gleaming gems over here. Best offense is a good defense, am I right?
Kind of. He's half right on that statement.
Pull up a seat. I can pat you on the back all day, but coin's coin, right? Good. My clients are getting impatient.
We haven't even had time to do
Of course. Now that's what I like to hear. Off you go.
There's something we can do, hopefully. Yeah, we can do that. That's gonna be way too easy again. Eventually, he should offer us the last of the special requests, but unfortunately, so far, we haven't seen that yet. So I'm just trying to do a bit of every one of his jobs in hopes that it actually just sparks, okay, here's the last job. Otherwise, I mean, what else can we do except keep going?
Come and browse my fine selection. Everything's fresh and delicious.
Gotta steal a bit of everything right now. Whatever can be worth the time.
I have a little of everything for sale. Come, see for yourself.
Buying and selling a wide range of assorted goods. The best selection in Windhelm.
Think so, huh? What is your selection? It seems to be walking off the shelves. Slowly. And certainly did walk right off the shelf. That's epic. Surprise! Now let's see if we've got anything to do with our Thieves Guild armor up in our house here.
The gods gave you 2 hands. You used them both.
It's kind of intriguing to see. I can't quite remember what I did with the Thieves Guild armor we were given to begin with. I know for a fact that it is around someplace, but where is the question? If I have to think about it, I'd probably guess it's in Markarth or Whiterun. We still have not upgraded our armor the first time, so we still have that to do. So before we head back to the Thieves Guild, I'm going to check those spots. Whiterun first, Markarth after. Stiff joints all of a sudden. Especially in my elbow and my right arm. Oh well. There it is. So we have the whole set. Now the important thing is, if depending on which piece we decide to turn in to get a better one for, could very well also have a different outcome on what we get as a final armor piece as a guildmaster. Although we're using 99.9% of the, what you want to call it, the Nightingale armor, so the only part we're not using is the boots. Which also comes from a mission of the Thieves Guild if you haven't played. If you have, you know exactly what mission it's from.
Hey, good to see you.
Now that we've got our original Thieves Guild armor, which we modded, or not modded, but fixed up so it's legendary, with the use of a mod. Got the Ring of God mode, which made it legendary to the maximum.
Pull up and here's the spoils. Plenty more where this came from. Find me if you're ever looking for some extra coin.
Before we get down to business, I've got something I need you to do. Well, as you know, the guild's growing and things are looking up around here. The only thing we're lacking is a reliable way to transport our merchandise across SKYrime.
Okay, this is a new one.
I'm not sure if you've noticed, but there are several Khajiit caravans that travel across the realm. They're shrewd traders and don't mind getting their hands dirty. I've bartered with their leader, Rasad, on more than one occasion. Actually, I want you to bring him something. You see, the caravans are notorious for transporting illegal substances. Present Rasad with this satchel of moon sugar, and I bet my last septim he'll make a deal. Well, looks like you're fitting in well down here. I'm supposed to allow you to trade in one of your pieces of guild armor. So what will it be? Of course. Otherwise it wouldn't be much of a reward, now would it? Your new piece will enhance your skill beyond that of the original. Trust me. Are you sure? Once I exchange it for you, I'm not taking it back. Unless you want to sell it at a discount, of course. Okay, there you go.
Need some gold. Bloody good timing. Just got some more clients. Okay.
So we have
got
another job which did not, I was not expecting to get, which was from
use the coin. How about it? Here's everything you need. You get
We
caught.
then turned in our piece of our armor, which we got the boots. The reason I chose the boots is because A, it's far better that we have stealth versus, the lockpicking. Only reason I chose that is because A, I already have water walking boots, which, and the chest plate's going to be changed anyway for the guild mastership later. So it was either going to be the hood, the gauntlets, or the boots. Eventually we'll find the right ones. They don't look different, but this one's 25% better. The original was 10 to 15. It's a small increase. And we don't even use it, so I mean, what's the big deal in keeping it around? So, with that also in mind, we have that for Delvin and one for Cornelia, the defense of the guild.
What do you...
So he's over by our plantation. We're gonna do that first. For one of a few reasons. Give me a second. I'm gonna turn my camera off for a bit. Seems things are kind of running a little slow. But it's the furthest one away. It's gonna keep moving until we get it done. And once we do hand him the moon sugar, he's gonna make a deal with us anyway. Where did he go to? He's made his way over towards Markarth at the moment. So our best bet is to try and chase him down. He was traveling past our plantation, and I'd hope he'd sit there for a little longer. But instead, he decided to move and keep going. But, unfortunately, he's here in Markarth for a lot longer. And he's not in the process of traveling yet.
You approach as if... Yes, I've heard the guild is rising back to power. An alliance would be most beneficial to both parties. I will consider the offer, but I'll have to discuss it with the other caravans. Ah, moon sugar. I could smell it on you. I am pleased with this offer, and accept. Take my word to the leaders of your guild, and tell them we look forward to a prosperous and profitable future. If you happen upon any of our caravans in your travels, we'd also be more than willing to pay you a fair sum for any of your stolen goods. Take a look.
So, we've done a deal with the trade caravans at this point, as you just heard. We do have some stolen merchandise that is with us that we're currently getting unloading at this point in time. Although, to them, it's just another walk in the park day scenario. Questionable goods are their stock and trade, basically.
Give my regards to Toninka. Tell her what was this?
Nobody here now.
So we've done that job. Now we gotta do the one for Delvin. I will be going AFK for a few. I will be back as soon as possible, though. Alright, we are back. Had to step away for nature calls scenario. One of them days. So we've done the mission for Tanelia, and we have done now the mission for Delvin. If I remember correctly, normally we get the one for Tanelia after we become the Guildmaster, but I don't know. Guess it could be random.
Something I can help with, or do you just want to talk?
Get out of my way, get out of my way. So we're gonna turn in the one for Tanelia first. And then we're gonna deal with Delvin.
Welcome to the cozy little family. I'm one of the...
Yeah, good. I'll contact some of my people and have them prepare some shipments right away. Good job. Here, let me give you something for all the legwork.
So, here's your share. Well done. Alright. Anything in particular strike your fancy? Have a client looking to have a rival's business led. Good. Here's your assignment.
Just give me the assignment and don't tell me the nonchalant story. I just need to know where I'm going and what I'm doing, damn it.
Good to see you again, friend.
Need something?
You out of my way? That would be nice. That'd be a start.
Hey, I know who you are. He's Citis.
See, he knows we're part of the Dark Brotherhood. He knows.
Come on in.
At
The
least that
Silverblood
much.
Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
Clean rooms. It looks like your ledger's just a little messy over there.
What can I do for you?
We can disappear and you will pretend like you didn't see us. That's it.
something?
Perhaps now we should be getting, I think, about close to where we need to be. I mean, we've already done another additional 20 or so missions on top of what we already did.
So, what this kind of work suits you? And it's going to end up making you rich.
Think?
I want you to head out to Markov and speak to Endon. He's a silversmith. He has some kind of shop there. His father was a good friend of the guild back in the day, so we could really use his family's influence back on our side.
That is the end of it. This is the last mission that we have to do for the final merchant and boost to the guild. It is about time. Man, that took far longer than it needed to. But we still have one more key thing to do. We have to complete the job. And we have to become the leader of the Thieves Guild. And we will as soon as we have finished this mission. So, he has a mold task for us to get. When I say mold, I mean we already have the item. We picked it up out of Pine Watch earlier. That mold is part of the job that he wants us to do. Now, I'm sure there's an additional part to it. There usually is.
Come on in. We'll handle things from plenty of strong drink and clean. Be careful!
I work silver. Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure where else to turn. Several months ago, I ordered a special silver mold from some artisans in Valenwood by way of a Khajiit caravan. Well, it never arrived. Later, I found out that it was robbed by a group of bandits led by someone named Regal Strongarm. Look, I talked to the Jarl, the steward, the housecarl, everyone. They all told me their resources were spread too thin right now. Word on the street says that the Thieves Guild is coming back into its own in Markov. So I figured...
Send a thief to steal back what was stolen.
This mold is irreplaceable. I'll pay you well for its return, and I can also prove to be quite a valuable ally to the Thieves Guild.
That's a sensible lad.
You're in luck. I already happen to have the mold.
The Thieves Guild is back on its feet in our city and earned every bit of your reward. Tell Delvin that he can count on me to provide the influence around here with the right people when he needs it. If you're ever looking to sell any illegally obtained merchandise, I'd also provide my services as a fence. It's the least I can do. When you get back to Ripton, tell Delvin this new arrangement's working out quite well.
So, we now, as you see, get to talk to Brynjolf about becoming the Guildmaster. That has finally popped up. Like I said, that was the last mission for the Thieves Guild before that would happen. It usually starts with Whiterun, where the character starts in the normal mission mode, the normal game mode. All the missions start in Whiterun, then you branch out. So does the Thieves Guild. Thieves Guild started with the first special request coming from, and it went to Solitude. Was the third one. It went from Whiterun, Windhelm, Solitude, and that was Markart's last mission. So, officially, where is Brynjolf? Did he disappear again?
Well, my friend, the time's come to make it official. It's time to become our guildmaster. Don't worry. I promise this will be short and sweet. If you'll just meet us in the center of the cistern room, we can begin.
this is what it is for the final part of the Guildmastership. We find and talk to Brynjolf, and we are then told to meet in the middle here.
Look, I've never been good at these things, so I'm just gonna keep it short. Being Guildmaster means more than just getting a cut of all the loot. It's about being a leader, keeping this rabble in order. With that in mind, I propose that the position of Guildmaster should be yours. Delvin?
Agree.
Vex?
Sure, why not?
Carlia?
Absolutely.
Everyone is in agreement. So all I can do now is name you Guildmaster, and wish you good fortune and long life. Now everyone, get back to work.
I suppose you deserve it.
You need anything, anything at all, don't hesitate. Well, that's it. Sorry if it isn't the ceremony you were hoping for, but we're not exactly known for throwing our coin around. After we're done, head over to Tanelia, and she'll set you up with your Guildmaster armor. Oh, and one last thing. Here, I want you to take this. It's sort of a tradition around here.
I can't think of a better person for the job, Nightingale. I think by now most within the guild are well aware of what transpired between Mercer Frey and ourselves. The notion that the Nightingales are a fictive group has long since passed. If you wish to wear your Nightingale armor within the guild, I'm certain that no one would give it a second thought. Gallus, Mercer Frey and I were once members of what's known as the Nightingale Trinity. The Trinity disbanded 25 years ago when Mercer Frey betrayed us by slaying Gallus and dumping his body in the ruins of Snowvale Sanctum. Indirectly, the Trinity is usually selected from the ranks of the guild, although its existence is a closely guarded secret. The Nightingales protect the Temple of Nocturnal, a place known as the Twilight Sepulchre. I'm feeling a sense of inner peace, something I haven't felt in a very long time. Instead of being clouded with thoughts of revenge and retribution, I feel only serenity and fulfillment. Of course, I've been also dabbling in my old pastimes as well. Take a look around, and feel free to share the fruits of my labour. It was good speaking with you.
So with that, we can now get our Guildmaster armor, and we can turn in that mission to Delvin, and that's the end of that. Officially, that brings the Thieves Guild to a close when we do that. Sure, we can still do additional jobs.
I hear Endon's quite pleased to have his merchandise back. He's a powerful ally in Markarth. Should help the guild regain a foothold in the west.
Although there is one more mission, like I said, that I wanted to end the Thieves Guild with.
We've had our share of dark times,
and it's pretty simple.
And now they seem like a distant memory. I'm going to tell you something you'll never hear me say again. But if you tell anyone I told you, I'll deny it. When you walk through the guild, don't be ashamed to hold your head high, because you're the best damn thief in the place. The only way this guild's going to continue to grow is by taking extra...
Here's to a long and prosperous future. Yes, and I'm more than happy to give it to you. I mean, look at this place. I've never seen so much wealth down here. You've made us all rich. Here you go. Should fit you like a glove, boss.
I'll get you the rest of your coin by tomorrow.
Funny about that.
Sorry, lass. I've got important things to do. We'll speak another time.
Have no shame. I'll get you the rest, like I said. Even if you're one of us. They call me Dirge, because I'm the last thing you hear before they put you in the ground. Why? You think it's funny or something?
So, what do you think, my dear?
Oh, yeah? I think so, too. You're pretty smart. Hey, here. Have one on the house.
Absolutely.
Oh, really?
Until next time.
How can we make that happen?
When you're in your grave, and I'm standing over it. Now get out of my way.
And in the end, there is just that one mission, but I hope you all enjoyed the Skyrim glitch runs, and we'll tune in shortly for our,
what you want to call it,
Civ 6 runs. I wanted, like I said, to end the Skyrim run on the Thieves Guild, and that is exactly what we are going to do. We will, like I said, at a later time come back to Skyrim to finish all the things we couldn't do, but that is once I get my additional character there to the same point, excluding the things we've already done. Only thing I really need them to do that I'm going to broadcast for the end of Skyrim is the vampires scenario and the Soul Karen. For that reason,
Still learning the ropes,
this is
but I'll
the
get the hang
end of our Skyrim runs, basically, right here in the Thieves Guild. We've finished the College of Winterhold. We have finished the the other storylines of Alduin, the main story, and we finished basically everything but the side missions that you can see here on screen right now. These are just some of the additional stuff we can do. We don't have to. We're kind of supposed to finish the war effort, but being that it's locked behind the assassination of the Emperor, and the assassination of the Emperor glitched, so we can't really finish that, is basically where we have to put a hold on Skyrim. Because until we finish everything else along the lines, and it might work later, it might not, it's hard to say. But like I said, thank you all for watching. I hope you tune in again in a few minutes for Civilization 6 with yours truly.